Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to today's Monday, May 20th, 2024, Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Varsity baseball action as Walpole High hosts the Natick High Redhawks in a Bay State Conference interdivision game from Jack L. Dracker Field on the Byrd Middle School campus in East Walpole. My name is Rick Brown, your voice of Walpole High Sports. I will be providing your play-by-play action today. Nick Piccirilli will be handling the camera work. With just 2 games left in the regular season after today, Walpole will be looking to close out the season on an upbeat. The Orange and Blue saw their 10-game winning streak come to an end last week when Braintree eked out a 3-2 11-inning victory. Walpole then avenged an earlier 1-0 loss to Milton with another nail-biting 3-2 nod over the Wildcats in their last outing. Walpole remains the top pick in the MIAA Power Rankings in Division II. The Orange and Blue was also 4th in the Boston Globe Top 20, trailing Boston College High, St. John's of Shrewsbury, and Xaverian, all Division I schools. Superb pitching, timely hitting, and strong defense have been the hallmarks of Walpole's success thus far. In 10 of their last 12 games, Walpole has allowed 1 run or fewer and deservedly stands atop both the Herget and the Bay State Conference. In fact, only 2 teams have scored more than 3 runs in a game against Walpole this year. Coach Chris Costello's squad comes in at 14-3 overall, first in the Herget at 8-1. The Orange and Blue is unbeaten at L. Dracker Field in 8 games since dropping their home opener. The Common Street 9 has outscored their opponents 88-31. Natick is in last place in the Carey division at 2-9, 3-13 overall. Having won just 1 of 7 road contests, the Redhawks have been outscored 120-66. Ironically, one of Natick's victories was over Braintree, 3-2. The other wins for the Red and Blue were against Waltham, 3-2, and Brookline, 7-4. The Redhawks bring a 3-game losing streak into today's contest. Natick prevailed on opening day last year 2-0, snapping a 12-game losing streak to Walpole. The Orange and Blue outscored Natick in that stretch 86-30. Walpole started the year with victories over Weymouth 4-1, Waltham 9-4, and Braintree 6-5. Then lost a pair of 1-run decisions to Milton 1-0 and Xaverian 2-1. Their only setbacks to date other than the Braintree one. So all 3 losses this year have been by a single run. Walpole rebounded to decision King Philip 6-3, Westwood 5-3, Mansfield 9-1, Framingham 7-1, Needham 4-1, St. John's Prep 1-0 in 8 innings, Newton North 12-1, Wellesley 11-0, Brookline 2-1, and Weymouth 6-2. We'll give you the starting lineups for today's game. For the visiting Natick Redhawks, leading off the left fielder Luke Dougherty. Batting second, the right fielder Braden Homer. Center fielder Jack Byrne is the third batter, and hitting cleanup is the catcher Alex Jakes. Shortstop Robert Farr is batting 5th, followed by designated hitter Jack Weyerman. Batting in the 7th spot is first baseman Matt Schultz. Second baseman Kyle Koblenzer is batting 8th, and third baseman Cam Gabrielle will be in the 9th spot. Doing the pitching for Natick today will be Teddy Ferrucci. Walpole's starting lineup will have one change in the lineup today. Mike Corrigan leading off, playing right field, followed by second baseman Kyle Jordan. Catcher Ryan Walsh is batting cleanup with Will Hendricks in the cleanup spot at first base. Center fielder Quinn McNeil will be batting 5th. The new player today is designated player Richie Hayes, who will be batting 6th. Third baseman Paul Whalen stays in the 7th spot. Sean Harrington at shortstop is batting 8th. And left fielder Logan Keys will be batting 9th. And on the mound for Walpole in this game is right-hander Andrew Burke. It's a beautiful day today, light, fluffy clouds there in a nice blue sky. Starting temperature at game time is 72 degrees. Left-handed batting Luke Dougherty steps into the batter's box. And we are underway. First pitch of the game is a ball. Burke's 1-0 delivery is a strike called. 1-1. Burke comes to the set and into the pitch. Fouled off over the Walpole dugout. Burke ahead on the counter, ball and 2 strikes. High and away, 2-2. Strike 3 called. And it brings up the second baseman, the right fielder, Brady Homer, another left-handed batter. Strike called. The 0-1 pitch on its way. Lined into center field. Right there is McNeil. Puts it away quite easily. 2 down. And it brings up the center fielder, Jack Byrne. Byrne, another left-handed hitter for the Red Hawks. They start the game with 3 consecutive southpaw batters. Fly ball to left field. Keys is under it and puts it away for the out. And the side is retired. Nice quick 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Burke. Corrigan steps into the batter's box for Walpole. The first pitch is a ball. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt, 2-0. Down low, 3-0. Pitch to batter's count here. We'll see if Mike gets the nod or the green light. Inside, ball 4. I nearly hit him. Walpole gets the leadoff run and run. And it brings up second baseman Kyle Jordan. Swing and a miss by Jordan. Strike 1. Throw over to first, keeping Corrigan close. Fuji comes to the set. Corrigan goes. There's the throw down. He slides in safely. Walpole with the runner in scoring position. Pitch to Jordan on its way in the dirt. One ball, two strikes the count. There's a ground ball to second. He looks over to third, but goes to first. One down. Corrigan scampers over to third base. And it brings up the catcher, Ryan Walsh. Ryan, Logan, and pitcher Alex Key, Walpole's captains this year. First pitch is down low, a ball. Long fly ball to left field. That makes a going away catch, and Corrigan will come home on a nice sac fly by Ryan Walsh. And it brings up the first baseman, batting cleanup, Will Hendricks. Line shot to left field, and right at the left fielder, and he puts it away for the out. But Walpole did come up with a run. No hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of an inning of play, it's Walpole 1, Natick nothing. First pitch by Burke. Strike called. The 0-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Burke ahead on the count, 0-2. Ball down in the dirt. One ball, two strikes. Burke's 1-2 delivery. Down low again, 2-2. Two pitch, popped up foul coming our way. Count remains 22. Ground ball to second. Bobbled, comes back with it in time, one down. Jordan had a little bit of trouble with it for a second, but was able to get it right back and threw him out easily. Now batting the shortstop, Robert Farr. Fly ball to right field. Falls in foul. Ground ball line right to Burke. Picks it up, throws over to first, and we've got two down. That was a rope came right back at Andrew. He knocked it down. Had plenty of time to pick it up and get it over to first. And it brings up the designated hitter, Jack Wireman. His first pitch is a strike. Inside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Andrew. Foul back out of play, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Foul back again on top of the building of Bird Middle School. Popped up. Jordan going over for it, calls for it, and puts it away for the out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Burke. At the end of an inning and a half of play, Walpole leads 1-0. Okay, McNeil steps in. Ferrucci comes to the set. His first pitch is a ball outside. Line shot. That's maybe a gapper. It is. That's going to split the fielders. Right center. He's rounding second, and he will hold up at second base with a two-bagger to lead off the second inning. Once again, Walpole with the leadoff runner on base. Coming to the plate is Richie Hayes, the designated hitter, batting from the left side of the plate. Fouls one back out of play. The 0-1 pitch. Foul back again, same location. 0-2. Ferrucci comes to the set and to the plate. In the dirt, a ball and 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. Ferrucci looks in for the sign. 2-2 pitch on its way. Foul down the left field line. Count remains 22. Once again, the 2-2 pitch. Outside, we have a full count. Payoff pitch, foul behind the Walpole dugout again. Count remains full. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Hayes. Ground ball hit slowly. Second baseman scoops, gets him, but it advances McNeil over to third with 1 out. And it brings up the third baseman, Paul Whalen. Whalen batting from the left side of the plate. Ferrucci comes to the set, and his pitch. Grounded into right field, a base hit. And Walpole takes a 2-0 lead. As McNeil comes home on the base knock. So with 1 down, the runner on first, shortstop Shane Harrington comes to the plate. Ball 1, high and away. Ground ball to short. Second for 1, and they hold off. 6-4 on the force out. And it brings up the left field tri-captain, Logan Keys. Well, 1 run in for Walpole here in the second inning. Dives back in safely. Ground ball. That'll be safe. I'll beat that out as an infield hit. Harrington was off with the pitch, so the shortstop had moved over and wasn't quite able to get back in time. The ball did glance off Ferrucci's glove. A little conference on the mound. So Walpole with runners on first and second, 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning, holding a 2-0 lead. And it brings up the top of the order, Mike Corrigan. Mike walked on 4 pitches his first at bat, scored the first run of the game. Strike called. Ball in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Both runners will advance. So 2 runners in scoring position now for Walpole. 1-1 count to Corrigan. Long fly ball to center field. Center fielder going back in. He puts it away for the out. Walpole, however, did come up with one more run on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 left on base. At the end of 2 innings of play, the score is Walpole 2, Natick nothing. Schultz, yet again, another left-handed batter for the Red Hawks. Burke's first pitch. A strike. The 0-1 delivery on its way. Grounded up to Harrington. Long throw over to first. He got him by a step. And it brings up the second baseman, Kyle Koblenzer. First pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, strike 2 called at the knees. Burke ahead on the count. We'll see if he goes right after him with this. Swing on and a miss. He threw him the funny one. And he picks up his second strike out of the game. And it brings up the third baseman, Cam Gabrielle. Strike called at the knees. Ground ball right back to the mound. Burke easily handled it over to first. Hendricks grabs it, and the side is retired. The third consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Burke. And after the end of 2.5 innings of play, the score is Walpole 2, Natick nothing. Okay, leading off for Walpole in the top of the third inning is the second baseman, Kyle Jordan. Jordan grounded out to second his first time up, but that allowed Mike Corrigan to move over to third from when he scored on the sac fly. Strike 1 called. That sac fly was by your next batter, Ryan Walsh. The 0-1 delivery by Ferrucci, fouled at the plate. 0-2. Ferrucci looks in for the sign. His 2-strike pitch in the dirt, and Jordan was just able to hold up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ferrucci picks up his first strikeout of the game. And it brings up catcher Ryan Walsh. His sacrifice fly to left. And the first plated Mike Corrigan with the first run of the game. Foul ball, no, ground ball to second. Over to first. He's retired. And it brings up the first baseman, cleanup hitter, Will Hendricks. Hendricks lined out to left his initial trip to end the first inning. Strike called. Inside a ball, 1-1. Ferrucci looks in. Here comes his 1-1 delivery. High, 2-1. Strike caught that outside corner. Evens the count at 22. Down low, full count. Two outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. Payoff delivery will be on its way to Hendricks. Down low, ball 4. A second walk allowed by Ferrucci. Brings up center fielder Quinn McNeil. Quinn doubled to right field. His first right center field and scored Walpole's second run. Hendricks was able to get in and beat that throw over to first. Takes a little lead. Ferrucci looking at him. Comes to the set. Pitch. Ball outside. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch popped up. First baseman calling for it in foul territory and puts it away for the out. For Walpole, no runs, no hits, no errors, one left on base. Burke comes to the set. His first pitch of the fourth, a bunt, right back. Burke, high, beats it out for a base hit. Throw was high, but I think he might have beat it out. We'll give him a base hit on that. And it brings up the right fielder, Brady Homa. He flied out to center his first time. Pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Fouled off way over to over the left, over the Walpole dugout. Homa steps back into the batter's box. Burke looks in for the sign, comes to the set, and the delivery. Ball 2-1. Burke's 2-1 pitch. Strike call. Evens the count at 2-2. Ground ball to Jordan. Flips it to Harrington. Back to first. Safe. Beat it by a step. Force out. Will go Jordan to Harrington. And it brings up the center fielder, Jack Lynch. Jack Byrne. I'm sorry, Jack. He flew out to left his first time up. There's a ball. One down, run first in the top of the fourth inning for Natick. Foul ball down the left field line. Out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Inside, it gets out of the way, and it gets away from Walsh. Sending Homa to second. Walsh out to have a quick talk with Burke. He settled that down, and they come back. 2. Okay. Burke's 2-1 pitch. Long fly ball to right field. That's going to be over his head. He goes in standing up to second, and Natick gets on the board with a 2-base hit to right field by Jack Byrne. So Natick getting back in the game here. Brings up the catcher, batting cleanup, Alex Jakes takes a strike. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball down low, 2 balls and a strike to Jakes. Fly ball to short right. He's there for it. Fakes the going down a third. Ball comes right into second base. 2 down now with a runner on second. Brings up the shortstop, Robert Farr. Farr grounded back to the mound his first time at bat. Strike called. The 1 strike delivery. Strike 2, that one dropped in. fouled at the plate. Count remains 0-2. Andrew Burke looks in for the sign. Comes to the set. And the pitch. Right to the first baseman. Hendricks takes it, trots over, and makes the out himself for the third out. But Natick did come up with a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 left on base. At the end of 3.5 innings of play, the score is Walpole 2, Natick 1. If you are interested in doing play-by-play or color commentary on any Walpole High sporting event, we ask you to call Walpole Media Corporation Executive Director Tamara Green at 508-668-7795 or email her at tgreen@walpolemedia.tv. We're always looking for people. You can be a parent, sibling, grandparent, aunt, uncle, cousin, nephew, niece, neighbor, friend, or anybody at all can do this job. It's a fun thing, and we'll work with you to get you feeling comfortable behind the mic. And give us a call. The first pitch is down low to Hayes. Ball 2 in the dirt. The 2-0 pitch from Ferrucci. Strike call. 2 balls and a strike. The ground ball slowly hit to second base. Underhand fast over, throws it away. Good hustle down the line by catcher Alex Jakes to stop that from being allowing him to go to second. Actually, they're calling that a foul ball. Evens the count at 2-2. Strike 3 called as he caught Hayes looking. The second strikeout for Ferrucci. And it brings up the third baseman, Paul Whalen. Paul singled to right his first time up. Ball away. Ferrucci's comes to the set and to the plate. It's a ground ball to first. Easy play. 2 down. And it brings up the shortstop, Shane Harrington. The first pitch to Harrington on its way. It's a ball outside. Pops it up to the infield. Shortstop going over, calling for it, and putting it away for the third out of the inning. Walpole 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 4 complete, the score remains Walpole 2, Natick 1. The first batter Alex will face is the designated hitter Jack Weirman. He popped to second to Kyle Jordan at second base his first time up. He looks in for the sign. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball outside, 1-1. He comes to the set. And the pitch. Fly ball to right field. Over forward and putting it away is Mike Corrigan. Got a good jump on that. Brings up the first baseman, Matt Schultz. Schultz grounded out to short to open the third inning. Takes a strike. Ground ball to short. Harrington up with it over to first. 2 down. And it'll bring up the second baseman, Kyle Koblenzer. Koblenzer fanned his initial trip. Strike at the knees. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Through 3.5 innings of play, 4.5 innings of play. The score remains Walpole 2, Natick 1. All right, Keys looks in, Ferrucci looks in for the sign. Here's his pitch. Bunt, it's a beauty. Down the third baseline, and no chance. No chance, and it gets away. We'll see, they might have a chance to throw down to second in time, not in time. So heads up base running by Logan Keys. Base hit and then an E6. That was E5 to the third baseman. So Walpole with the leadoff runner in scoring position. And Mike Corrigan at the plate for Walpole. Grounded over the glove of the first baseman. And runners are at the corners for Walpole. Kyle Jordan coming to the plate for Walpole. 2 runners on, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning, Walpole clinging to a 2-1 advantage. And look to get a little bit of breathing room here. Ferrucci looks the runners back, goes over to first. Keeping Corrigan close at first. He's got to be wary of that runner on third. There's a ball up high. There's a ball. Corrigan going down, slides in safely. 2 runners in scoring position for Walpole. One and one the count to Jordan. Pops it up. Nearly decapitating Nick Piccirilli behind the camera here. There's a line shot to left. Going back. He pulls it in. 1 run will be in. The run comes way up the line. Walpole adds a run to the lead, 3-1 now here in the bottom of the 5th. And up to the plate is catcher Ryan Walsh. Had a sac fly in the first to knock in the first run of the game. Takes ball 1. Strike. 1-1 the count. Infield in for Natick. Try to cut off the run at the plate. Ground ball into right field, a base hit. Walpole doubles its advantage here. 4-1 here in the 5th inning. And it brings up cleanup hitter Will Hendricks. Will walked his last time up. Hendricks stepping into the plate. Runner on first and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Ferrucci goes over to first. Going down, there's a throw down, not in time. Walsh steals. Hendricks takes a ball. Pitch on its way to Will. Line drive in center field, a base hit. Hendricks smartly goes down to second on the throw in as Walsh was halfway down the line and he noticed that Coach Lee Delaney was giving him the hold sign, so he had to get back to third. So 2 runners in scoring position for Walpole, and center fielder Quinn McNeil up. There's a ball down low. Line drive to left. That's going to be in. 2 runs will come in on this one as McNeil scampers down to second. Rope that down the left field line. Walpole's lead is now 6-1. And stepping into the batter's box for Walpole will be designated player Richie Hayes. Richie is 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout. Hendricks on McNeil on second base with 1 out. Takes a strike. That's a ball. Gets away from the catcher, but McNeil stays at second. 1-1 the count to Hayes. Fly ball down the left field line. That may be out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Hayes. Ground ball, slowly hit the shot. Throw over to first. He beat it. Base hit. Ball was very slowly hit. Oh, and it sends McNeil over to third. So runners at the corners for Walpole with 1 out. And it brings up the third baseman, Paul Whalen. Paul singled in the second inning and grounded out. The next thing, a pinch runner coming in for Walpole. For Hayes is Jackson Marshall. Okay, the first pitch to Whalen. Fly down the left field line. It drops foul. Ball outside. Walsh gets down. Jackson gets down to second. Catches indifference. Fouled out behind Coach Chris Costello over there. 2 runners on scoring position for Walpole. Check swing, foul down the third base line. Count remains 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes, the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And it brings up the 9th batter of the inning, shortstop Shane Harrington. Shane 0 for 2, a ground out and a pop out. Walpole with 2 runners in scoring position, swing and fouled off at the plate. Ding the catcher. He's going to take a little bit of time to shake that off. Thurston looks in, comes to the set. A one-strike delivery. Strike two called. He dropped that one right in there. 0-2 the count to Harrington. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball off the third baseman. That'll be a base hit. Both runs are going to come in. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Walpole with 6 runs this inning now leads 8-1. So one of those runs will be accounted for by Ferrucci. And it'll bring up for the second time this inning left fielder Logan Keys. He singled to third down the third baseline. Slow roller that was then thrown away. That started the explosion here this inning. So Walpole with a runner on second. Ball call, ball one. Fouled straight back. A ball on a strike. Ball two outside. 2 balls and a strike. A 2-1 delivery. A 1-2 delivery. 2-2 the count. Harrington on second base, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Walpole has opened this game up with 6 runs this frame. Popped it up out of play down the first baseline. The 2-2 pitch. Foul back out of play again. On top of the Bird Middle School gym. Once again, the 2-2 pitch from Thurston. Swing and a miss, strike 3. But Walpole did come up with 1, 2, 4, 6 runs. He looks in for the sign. His first pitch is on the way. Fouled straight back. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Gabriel is 0 for 1 in the game. He grounded back to the mound. Up high and away. Ball and 2 strikes. Foul back out of play. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Foul back again out of play. Gabrielle hanging tough in there for the Red Hawks. Ground ball right back to the mound. He underhands to Hendricks for the out. 1 down in the top of the 6th inning, and it brings up the top of the order right fielder Luke Dougherty. Dougherty has struck out and singled. Back to the little drop down a bunt. First hit of the game for Natick. Walpole starter Andrew Burke had retired the first 9 batters he faced before Dougherty dropped that bunt down and beat it out for the base hit. Fouls it off out of play. He looks in for the sign and the pitch. Foul back again. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. He just did get a little bit of that. Count remains 2 strikes. Ground ball right back to the mound. Once again, he fires over to Hendricks, and there are 2 down. Both batters are grounding right back to the mound. And it brings up the right fielder, Brady Homa. He scored Natick's only run back in the 4th inning. Hit into a fielder's choice and then came around on a 2-base hit by Jack Lynch. Burn. Strike 1 called. Pops it foul out of play. 2 strikes. Good run attempt there by Paul Whalen. Nearly caught up with that ball. I think he probably would have been out of bounds anyway, but good hustle by the Walpole third baseman. He ahead on the count, 0-2. Steps off the mound as Homa steps out of the bag. Two-strike pitch on its way. Fouled at the plate. Foul. Just does roll foul, and Walsh grabbed it as soon as it did so. It wouldn't roll back into fair territory. Alex still ahead of the count, 2 strikes. Looks in to Walsh for the sign. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. He caught him with the funny one. For Natick, they had no runs. There were no hits, no errors, none left on base. After 5.5 innings, the score is Walpole 8, Natick 1. Brendan Kearns coming up to bat for Walpole. First pitch is a strike. Ground ball down the third baseline. Up with it, long throw to first. He got him by a step. One down. The next pinch hitter is Lucas Langone for Walpole. Foul ball out of play. The 0-1 pitch. Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball to third base. He can't handle it. That'll be an error. And it brings up Nick Foynes to bat. Swing and a miss by Foynes. Strike 2 called at the knees. Ground ball, back the mound, slowly hit. Charged by the second baseman, and he can't do anything with it. Infield hit for Foynes. And it brings up Jarvis. Tom Jarvis, I think is his name. So Walpole with runners on first and second. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Common Street 9 already on top 8-1. First pitch to Jarvis is a strike. Ground ball back to the mound. Goes to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. That goes 1-4. Once again, Walpole has runners on the corners. And coming to the plate is center fielder Quinn McNeil. Quinn has 2 hits today and has scored twice. He's got a single in the 5th and a double in the 2nd. Right now, he scored the winning run. Strike called. Foul back out of play. Count me 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch from Thurston. Down low, 2-1. 1-2. Strike 3 call. Drop that one in. For Walpole, they had no runs. There was 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. Through 6 complete, the score is Walpole 8 and Natick 1. He goes 2 innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. No runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks. And Hendricks. First pitch by Will. Sky down the left field line. Just out of play. Coach Costello getting several of his pitches the opportunity to get some action here after they've been idle for a week. Strike 2 called. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. One strikeout there. Batting now is the catcher, Alex Jakes. Strike 1 called. Pops it up. Going out of play down the first base line. 2 strikes the count on Jakes. The 2-strike pitch. Flied out to right field, but it'll go out of play. Count remains 0-2. Hendricks 2-strike delivery. Oh, they said he went around on it. Strike 3. So Natick down to their last hope here. Shortstop Robert Farr. Strike called. Will's 1-strike delivery. Hits the bat fast for a foul ball. 0-2 the count. Hendricks 2-strike delivery on the way. Ball game. So Hendricks comes in to strike out the side. So we'll go for Walpole. Walpole improves to 15-3. For Walpole, they had 8 runs on 9 hits. They had no errors and left 6 batters on base, 6 runners on base. For Natick, they had no runs, 1 run on 2 hits, 2 errors, and they left 1 on base. The winning pitcher, Andrew Burke, he goes the first 4 innings. He gives up the 1 run on 2 hits, struck out 2, walked none. Alex He comes in, goes, Burke threw 45 pitches, 24 for strikes. Alex He came in, pitched 2 innings, struck out 2, 6 up, 6 down against him, 22 pitches, 20 for strikes. And then Will Hendricks finishes up with a inning, 3 strikeouts for him, 10 pitches, all of them strikes. So that will do it from Eldraka Field as the Timberwolves capture their 2nd in a row with 2 games left in the regular season, and still on top of the Division II power rankings. We would like to thank you for watching this Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School varsity baseball action. Once again, your final score, Walpole 8, Natick 1.